Hi everybody, this is T-Rex Master 100 coming back to you again with another video. I apologize about last Thursday, but today I am coming at you with how to make a woolly mammoth. Now, what you're going to want to do, like all the skulls previous, is you're going to want to pull out a very round, bulbous shape, and that's going to be your head. And then, what makes an elephant true to what it is its trunk and its tusks, in my opinion. So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out the trunk. And now, what you're going to do with the trunk is you're going to pinch out a piece of clay and just drag it into a long snake-like shape. And once you get it long enough, it should be easier to make it into, to thin it out and make it into a more trunk-like shape. So, after you get the trunk finished, now you're going to pull a piece of clay out of the head. See, there's the trunk. And now you're going to pull a piece of clay out of the head like this, and then you're going to bring it upwards with your tip of the tip of your finger. And that is because that is actually a source of nutrition and fat during the harsh times during the winter. And that helps the mammoth maintain its metabolism and also help it stay smart and also help it with its brain and blood flow to the head and all that stuff. Okay? And after you're done with the little lump on the head, we're going to make a U-shaped divot in the mouth, and that's going to be the top part of the mouth. And once you're done with that, there's that. Okay. You see, once you're done with making that little divot inside the top part of the skull, you are going to take a small piece of clay from the midsection of the sculpt, and you're going to attach it to the bottom jaw, or to the bottom part of the skull, and you're going to make it the mouth. And how you do that is you pinch it into a point, and then you put that little piece and drag it all the way up to the divot of the mouth to where it basically matches. Okay, and once you're done with making the mouth, we're going to move on to the second distinguishing part of any pachyderm / elephant. And that is the tusks. Okay, what you want to do is you want to pull out a piece of clay from the midsection, like you did with the bottom jaw, and you're going to roll it out into a very cone-like shape. And then you're going to attach it to where the lips would be for the mammoth. And unlike an elephant's tusks, unlike an elephant's tusks, sorry, I cannot talk today, who have a slight curvature to them, mammoths have a very, very, very deep curve into their tusks, because that helps them shovel away snow and also dig for minerals and nutrients underneath thick layers of glacial snow. Now, like in my previous sculpts, this is going to be a simple how to make a woolly mammoth. So we're not going to focus on fur. Alright. You're going to do the same thing with the other side, just like you did with your first tusk. See? There's the first tusk right there. Okay. So, same as the first. Got to pull out a piece of clay, roll it into a cone shape. And if you need to add some more clay to the tusks, then you can do that, because sometimes I've had that problem, and that makes the tusks a little bit too short. So, there we go. And once you get done with attaching the tusk to the skull, you're just going to make a curve into the tusks and then bend the tip inwards towards them, towards the other tusk. Alright. And there you go. There's your head. And actually, we're not actually done with the head yet. I forgot about something. We're going to make little tiny eyebrows. Okay, and so you're going to pinch up a piece of clay up towards where an eye would be, and you're going to basically leave like a little divot where an eye would be for the eye socket. Okay, so there you go. And then, last thing about the head is we are going to make some ears. Now, you can pull a little bit of clay out of the main part of the body, or you can make them from the head. I've done it both times and it works just fine. However you do it is your mammoth, doesn't matter. Okay? And so you're going to pinch out a bulbous piece of that clay once you've firmly attached it to the skull. And then you're going to make it basically into a triangle and point it downwards. And then fold it. There's your first ear. And same thing goes for the other one. Firmly attach it to the side of the head. Pinch it into a bulbous shape. And make it into a triangle. And sometimes you might need to pinch away some of that other piece of clay so that you can make the ears even, and there's no problem with that, just as long as you make sure that the ears are a triangle and that you're pointing backwards. There you go. And there's your head sculpt. This side, and there's that side right there. Now, for the legs, like all my sculpts previous, you're going to drag out a huge long pillar-like piece, and that's going to be our front legs. And unlike regular elephants, woolly mammoths have very long front legs and very short back legs. And the reason why is so that they can traverse through the thick snow. Now, interesting fact is that woolly mammoths, in order to survive in a cold, harsh habitat like the last ice age, they needed lots of hair. And it's said that estimated that an adult woolly mammoth can grow up to at least 5 feet long, can have 5-foot long coat of hair covering the entire body. and that helps it with the cold. Another interesting thing is, like bears, woolly mammoths probably had a thick insulating layer of fat to protect them from the cold and harsh environments. And also, that thick insulating layer of fat also provided as an extra source of nutrients, just in case if the mammoth couldn't find anything else to live off of. And scientists also estimate that woolly mammoths, or theorize, I shouldn't say estimate, theorize, that woolly mammoths had very, very small tails and very short tails so that they wouldn't lose heat. And the same thing goes with their very small ears. Alright. And we have moved on to the back legs. And it goes for the front legs. Same thing goes for the front legs. Okay. You're going to just pull out a piece of clay, except it's going to be a lot shorter than the front legs. Yep. And also, mammoths had a hump on their back as well as on their head, and that is to ensure that that hump, much like a camel, stores extra nutrients and fat and water, so that they can survive the long, harsh winter months. So what I do with the hump on the back is that I basically make the back into a slope, and then I pinch up a piece of clay into a very mountainous looking structure, and that's basically your hump. Now, last part of the anatomy of the mammoth is that you are going to make a tail, and to do that you're going to pinch out a piece of clay, and then you're going to put it down, and then you're going to make the tail into a little tiny point. Sorry, I made mine a little bit too long. And there you go. There's the tail. Yep. And now, the last thing is to make sure the legs are anatomically accurate. And so what we're going to do is we're going to bend the leg in at a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to pinch a piece of clay downwards like this, and that's going to be our foot. And the same thing goes with the other leg. You're going to bend it inwards at a 45-degree angle, and then pinch down a piece of clay, and that's going to be our front leg. Okay? And the same thing goes for the back legs. And you're going to pinch the clay, or you're going to bend the back legs at a 45-degree angle. Like that. And then you're going to pinch another piece of clay to make your foot. And once we get done with the legs, you are done. And you will have a great mammoth. And you'll have a simple mammoth to show off to your friends, your family, mom, dad, goldfish, whatever. Alright? And like I said, and I'm going to keep saying this in all my videos, you can make as many mistakes as you want. It takes trial and error to get anything right. And if it doesn't turn out the way you want it, you can start over, or you can try and fix the problem that you don't think is right. And that is completely and totally fine. It's your sculpture. You can do it however you want. And if it looks fine in your eyes, then it looks fine. Then that's how the way it should be. And people always get so wrapped up in if anything doesn't look perfect, then it's not right. Well, that's not true, because nobody is perfect. And you can't make anything else perfect. So, it's okay if your sculpture looks imperfect. Mine look imperfect. As you can tell, I have so many handprints inside my clay that literally inside my sculptures that I don't know what to do with. And sometimes, something will be uneven. And, sometimes the right side of the skull will look different than from the left side of the skull. And that's because of proportioning issues. But that's fine. It's your mammoth. And you can keep it, or you can start over, or you can do it from whichever way that you want. And I just think that your mammoth would turn out very, very beautiful. And perhaps it might even turn out more beautiful than mine. So, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will be uploading another one the next upcoming Thursday. And this is T-Rex Master 100, signing off.